Now, Ryan Jeffries, his wife and 2 children were among thousands of residents who had to get out and get out fast. He joins me live from Fort McMurray. Ryan, how did you get out?
We drove out. We drove south of town, and as we were traveling out, we were basically driving through a wall of flames, not knowing what was on the other side of the flames, and it's kind of a scary situation.
So what was that drive like when you saw the flames? What about your wife and children? How terrified were they?
My wife actually left about 20 minutes before I did, so she was south of town, and she called me and encouraged me to leave. And she was just a wreck when she called me. When I finally got out of town, the last thing I did when I left my place was I threw a propane bottle in the back of my truck so the barbecue didn't explode. And I'm going through a wall of fire with a propane bottle in the back of my truck. Not such a good feeling.
And we're looking at some of the pictures that you took. Absolutely remarkable. What are you hearing from authorities? When do you think you'll be able to go back and see if your home, frankly, is still standing?
I've had some positive confirmations from friends that my property is okay. I'm thinking and I'm hearing that it's probably going to be 2 to 3 weeks before we can get back into our home. Even if our home's not burnt, you got to think about, without electricity, all the things in the fridge and the freezer are all rotten, and apparently that's not so good.
Just out of a precaution, did you take out anything that is, has sentimental value to you out of that home? Pictures, perhaps?
Yeah, no, not really. We basically walked out with a suitcase and some of our baby clothing and enough clothes for a few days. We didn't think it was going to be of this magnitude. We thought we were going to be away for a weekend or so and then be able to come back, but that's definitely not the case.
So where are you staying right now?
Yeah, so currently I'm in Edmonton, which is about 500 kilometers south of Fort McMurray. We're staying with friends, and right behind me where I'm at is one of the evacuation centers in Edmonton that's, I think, looking after between 2,000 to 3,000 people right now.
Do you know of anyone who's actually in one of these evacuation centers?
I would know lots of people that are in these evacuation centers, yeah.
And do you know what kind of conditions they have? I mean, are people getting to sleep where they need to? Are they getting food? Are they comfortable?
Absolutely. I know the Edmonton Expo Center here is doing a wonderful job housing people, and I have a ton of friends who are staying in Edmonton in hotels and whatnot as well, and I met a lot of them yesterday at one of the malls. One of the malls opened up their entertainment facilities for the people of Fort McMurray, and it was a great opportunity to see a lot of friends that I hadn't seen and hearing some of their stories about getting out as well.
Ryan, have you ever seen anything like this in this area?
Nothing like this. I've been in that area all my life, and you hear about the wildfires out in the bush, but it's totally different when it's around an area that's very densely populated, and the weather just changed so quickly, and it's amazing that everyone got out with no injuries and no fatalities.
Well, we're certainly glad you and your family are okay. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much. Any donations that the viewers might want to make to the Canadian Red Cross would be greatly appreciated.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.